And we're live. I'm joined here today with Tim Ward, baby. I'm
Hello,
GTOVI. You may notice the absence of a third caster today, a third host. Caden unfortunately had some last minute things come up, so we won't be joined by him today, but I'm sure me and Tim will be able to carry you through all the action.
I don't know. It'll be hard without him.
It'll be
Seriously
hard.
missing him.
Caden truly is the lifeblood of the Heavy Hitters Esports
Yes,
weekly
sir.
recaps. All right. I think without any further ado, I just want to jump into kind of what the bracket is looking like, or was looking like going in. So
Yeah.
the games we had, and this can be, we had Four Horsemen versus Hey Guys Look, what could be assumed to be like the best of British Columbia versus the best of Washington. And then on the other side of the bracket, we had Vicious and Delicious versus Slightly Above Average Joes, which is also contention for the best in Washington versus, so far, the best in Oregon.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool here too because like we said last week, potential storyline, we could be having a Washington versus Washington finals, which would be insane, right?
Yeah.
But
really proving who's kind of who's going to go toe to toe.
yeah, exactly, right. But on the other hand, we could have, the solo carries for their places, Oregon versus BC, or BC versus whoever versus Washington, right? So
Yeah. And just looking at projections, if BC had won this, it would have likely been just looking at seeds alone. Let's say Oregon made the upset, then it would have been probably Washington into Washington, so just that gauntlet. And if Hey Guys Look had made that upset, then it would have been again Washington into Washington. Also potential storylines of like BC versus Oregon. And then there's also, which also would have been a rematch from Pools, actually.
yeah,
Hey Guys Look, I believe held a perfect record on Slightly Above Average Joes during the Pools phase. And then Four Horsemen versus Vicious and Delicious is another potential storyline where it's the two best in Washington, or contention for the best, going at it and really proving who's on top.
yeah, I agree. I mean, we already know who's on top.
We know who's on top.
Then let's get into it.
All right.
Our first game being Slightly Above Average Joes versus Vicious and Delicious.
So Vicious and Delicious, and I just want to bring emphasis to the fact this is a 5-0 in semifinals.
Yeah,
None of these teams are Vicious and Delicious has been just known to go on these like massive fucking my bad massive these massive
runs.
runs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Where 5-0, that's a player and two stocks in the backlog still.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's like a player and a half and then some.
Yeah, right. And Slightly Above Average Joe's not even doing so bad in general anyways. So like the fact that they got 05 really means a lot, and how bad Vicious and Delicious really wants this win.
Yeah. They want to go the mile.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So
and I think just jumping in, they started off with one of their highest performing players in the league yet. They started off with Justice.
yeah.
Not to be confused with Oregon Justice.
This is the
This is
Justice.
Washington.
Yeah.
This is the Washington Justice.
We got Minmin versus Bowser. What do you think about this matchup? I mean,
I think it's Min favor, but I think Bowser has the tools to make Min regret an overextension.
yeah.
But I think Min just crushes Bowser in neutral if the Min's playing like a more reserved game. And like we see, just looking at the percents here, we got 61-0 here. Or 61 to a full stock.
Exactly, right. And then, like, going into that, right, them sending in Justice first is kind of like, hey, like, we're not here to mess around. Like, like, we're going to take this lead and we're going to run with it.
Yeah.
And so Ullman's got a lot on his plate here coming into the first game.
Continuing into the next stock here, Justice still on 3 stocks. Ullman at 48 on his second. A bit of a gap closed, and here's where I think Bowser shines in the matchup. In this like edge guarding situation, Justice maybe Maybe pressing B just a little too quick there for the second arm, trying to go for an up B, but it comes out as the side B. And Omen's able to get that stock off of him.
Yeah, pretty even too. After that, he got a little bit of a flame breath, and then he got the fair at the end, and they're probably like at an 8% deficit. So,
which, not to say that Min Min's a light character by any means. Min Min actually is on the heavier end of the cast, but Bowser is the heaviest character, so those percent differences don't really make a difference at all. I'd say what really makes a difference is the difference in stage control, because if a Bowser who has a Min Min off stage is going to kill the Min Min.
Yeah,
Min Min who has Bowser in the air is going to get Bowser into a percent range where a stray hit will kill him.
Yeah, and this is all boiled down to like a simplistic idea of like Zangief versus Dhalsim. Dhalsim who has a lot of range, Gief who is a grappler.
Yeah.
Dhalsim beats him in neutral every single time. It's one of his worst matchups, right? But as soon as Zangief puts him in the corner, it's over. Like, you just win. Like, that's it's the same thing.
Yeah, and it kind of just goes to show how these, even with Smash, there's like a lot of abstract concepts and character design that can be translated into intentional decision making made by like proper, or I don't want to say proper, but more traditional fighting games.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Mm-hmm. Just jumping into this next stock here. Justice 2 stocks. Omen on his last stock, but Omen does have it in him to find that next kill. I think if you're Omen here and you're able to get one of Vicious and Delicious's strongest players down to their last stock, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
And a down B.
Oh, he thought that was going to shield Rick, I think, but he didn't really know what happened.
And I like what Justice is doing with these arms, kind of off the stage to cover his recovery, and kind of what I like to call the lip of the stage, kind of right above the edge.
Ooh,
and I like that. Good. That was a nice snipe.
That was pretty good, because even if his only other option would have been to air dodge down and hope you reach the stage, because if you air dodged in, he would have had the other arm ready and just reacted to the air dodge. If he air dodged out, he probably would have died, because he didn't have a jump.
Hard to say.
He didn't have a jump.
Yeah.
And if you air dodge up, you can also still react to that. And there was not a lot he could have done in that situation. So
yeah,
good on Justice
Justice, and I guess Min Min in general, not to discredit Justice at all, but it's like so good at those frame traps.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Jumping into the next game here, we had Irod as the counter pick for Justice. So Irod on the Mario. So you're kind of looking to counteract that range game by just playing a more reserved game. You're able to get away with running away more than Bowser can. Because you have that quicker initial dash and you're a smaller character.
Yeah, you can get in easier too.
Yeah, especially with like the assistance of the fireball.
Yeah, I know when I played against Justice, he actually said that like if I actually played against him, that the Mii Brawler was actually really hard for Min Min. So I could see Mario being even more so.
I totally understand that. And the reason why is because Min Min is very good at covering that horizontal space. Yeah. Min Min has tools to cover directly above her as well. But Min Min if you're coming down kind of from that angle, like diagonally down towards a Min Min, then it's a different story, because what does Justice have to hit you there? What traps does Justice have to do?
Exactly, right.
He's got like dash back, stage control, and potentially get the frame trap there. There's just a lot of potentials there that you have to balance out.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, so it's that's kind of where you want to approach from, and characters that do that very well are Mii Brawler, Fox, and in this case Mario. We saw it with not only the Nair, but with the Fireball as well.
Yeah, right. And Fireball being an extremely great tool for Mario to combo and even just reset neutral.
Yeah. Jumping into the next stock here. So here, Irod's up a stock. Irod, in this clip, this is last stock here.
Same percent.
One stock apiece. Same percent. If you're Justice here, you're trying to push your lead. If you're Irod here, you're trying to even up the crew battle as much as you can. And the two Nairs, but Justice making it by the tip. And just 1, 2, the false finish.
And like you were saying earlier, she is pretty heavy, so.
Yeah. And that'll be
the Smash 4. That's the Smash 4.
Yeah, we were seeing like a lot of almost Smash 4 akin gameplay from iRod. Those up smashes to catch the jumps, even down to the edge guarding, throwing that fireball out and then covering with the nair. A little off the mark, but Justice was hanging on for life. And there's a potential storyline where like Justice survives there and then takes 2 stocks off of whoever comes in next.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like they're sending in iRod, and I'm not sure if iRod. I think Furret might be their star player, but I know iRod has been doing exceptional this whole crew battle. So.
I think just looking at offline results, especially because Oregon actually had the pleasure of running an offline tournament. Their top 3 was in this order: Omen, iRod, Ruff. All members of slightly above average Joes.
Sure.
We didn't see any iRod, or we didn't see any Ruff this crew battle. And I think most notably, we also didn't see any Dominique or Jaja, who are probably their 2 highest performing players.
To be fair, yeah, I agree.
I think iRod is definitely up there. I think their big 3, their like core, is probably iRod, Dominique, Jaja, and it's unfortunate that they weren't able to bring all 3 of them in for this crew battle, because I think it could have drastically changed the outcome. With that in mind, though, iRod still performing. He's still on his last stock, and he's in a position where he can take more. And let's see what he does with that. So iRod at this point has taken a stock off of Crimson Batausai. And let's see what comes out of Crimson Batausai.
I like Crimson Batausai, honestly. I like, he plays.
He's got a sick tag.
He plays a lot of people. Oh yeah, just kind of grab that stock.
Yeah, wake up DP.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back to the traditional.
No, I'd say like Snake Up Tilt is probably the most like, even more so than like a Ryu Shoryuken is probably the closest thing like akin to a wake up DP in this game.
Yeah, true. Exactly. It hits and it always kills too. Like it's so good.
And it's got like that frustrating level of like, you know, it's not safe, but it feels safe. Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, just jumping into the next game we got here. Furret was the pick for Crimson Batausai. And Furret down a stock at this point. Crimson Batausai on his last stock too. And let's see kind of what comes of this.
Ooh,
able to get the mortar and the grenade set up on the platform there to just put a lot of pressure. Forcing Furret to really kind of sit and shield or make a decision. And he made a decision maybe a little too quick.
Good grab.
And did you see that? That turnaround grab?
Yeah, he just waited. I wonder if he was waiting for a roll, like a panic roll on plat or something. Not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think he was like, I think up to that point, he, like maybe versus another player, he would have thrown an up smash out there waiting for a jump. But there he was like, wait, Crimson Batausai has been playing incredibly patient. And as we saw kind of just like earlier in that clip, he's willing to not commit to an option and force his hand too early. I'm going to punish him for that just by immediately grabbing him.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm actually surprised I killed.
So, Furret going up. Still down in the crew battle. I believe they're down a whole player at this point, or close to. And they decide to send an H4DS versus Furret. A Pikachu versus Pokemon Trainer matchup. And let's see just what comes out of it. So, Furret at this point, 164.
I hate this matchup.
This is Charizard with Rage.
Yeah. Basically, like, Backer will kill Pikachu at this percent. You think up throw would have killed by Pikachu there?
Not on
forward throw? Yeah, that's probably fair. But he gets
finding the back air, able to seal it out, and now Vicious and Delicious up a full player at this point.
Yeah, pretty scary, but still able to come back.
And here's kind of a storyline I want to bring up. Jaja was originally on the 5-man roster for Slightly Above Average Joes, and we've seen how Jaja performs versus Pikachu. He performs well versus Pikachu. Yeah. I think he likes the Kirby Pikachu matchup, especially like what we saw last week. They sent him in versus Jason 649, or I don't know, Jason 3 numbers, and they did well. He cleaned them, but Jaja was unable to respond to the team leader's messages, so Jonix, being the captain and the only other available players, went in versus H4DS on the Pac-Man. Also a matchup I don't see as like too brutal for either side, but I think JJ is your jackknife versus H4DS.
Yeah, exactly. And JJ is kind of like that slow game style that you can kind of like save him for like anyone you think you need. So
yeah, Jonix finding a stock there, and I think H4 is looking for his own at this point.
Yeah, and he already took one too at the start of that game.
Yeah.
So
Jonix and H4 playing a pretty even game at that point. Jonix is down 60%, but with Pac-Man, that's like you're still only like 4 or 5 interactions away from taking this game.
Yeah.
Well, as Pikachu, depending on how good Jonix's survival is, you're like also 4 or 5 interactions away from winning that stock.
Yeah.
Just going into the next stock we got here. So Jonix on his last leg at this point. H4 sitting on a clean 62 on the second stock.
Yeah, hasn't really lost a bunch.
Oh, and finding the forward smash there.
Just kind of calls it out.
One thing really nice about Pikachu forward smash is it lingers for so long, so it's able to catch those neutral get-ups. Neutral get-ups, or the intangibility, or the vulnerability you have before you can shield is like, in most cases, only like 1 frame. So you see a lot of these players like, how am I supposed to hit that? What am I supposed to do about that? You send out moves that linger for a long time.
Yeah, also...
You don't make it a timing thing, you make it, this will cover neutral get-up thing.
You also have to realize that if he mistimes that and you get up shield, that if he tippers it, it's safe. Like
it's still a meaty hit.
It's completely safe. Like you don't. Yeah. It's super non-committal for something that can kill, like just like that.
Yeah, and I think the same can be said for like a Pac-Man forward smash as well, as we saw.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also pretty good.
No JJ at this point still. Both teams had agreed because they're like, okay, I don't think we're going to see any JJ. He's probably busy doing something, playing in a Wi-Fi tournament while this is happening. I don't know. Well, we need to figure something out. So the teams reached out. Both of the teams were okay with it. And in the name of like just playing out a final set, Sayo came in place. JJ.
Commentator.
Yeah, to the rescue. And we'll see how Sayo performs on the Meta Knight versus H4DS. So already, H4 is starting this game on 2 stocks. Sayo starting on 3. He finds that first back air, finds that nair, and almost gets the tornado. A little off the mark, though.
Yeah.
And both players kind of just playing a patient game. H4 finding that first stock there.
That was really good. He like knew he had to come down, and he didn't really want to get hit by the T-jolt. Ooh, good.
Sayo just swinging back, and now 1 stock taking each apiece. They're playing an even game at this point.
That seems hard. That matchup seems hard.
For Meta Knight, you think?
For Meta Knight, I do think.
I think finding combos is really difficult, but I also think that you're just able to. I feel like you have the tools to beat Pikachu in neutral. You just don't get as much as Pikachu does.
Like, how do you deal with T-jolt? Do you just nair through it, or like what are you doing?
Well, you have a bunch of double jumps, so like you just jump above it, and if your fastball feed's quick enough, your short hop is short enough.
I feel like Pikachu aerials maybe are just better. Like they just
I think so too. I think Meta Knight has the ability to stay grounded in that matchup, though. He has the privilege of it. I don't think it's Meta Knight winning by any means, but I also don't think it's the most brutal matchup in the world. Okay. So both players taking 1 stock at this point. It's really whoever takes this next stock dictates if it's going to be an easy win for Vicious and Delicious, or if Slightly Above Average Joe's is still in it.
Yeah, and then they send in one of their biggest raid bosses.
Let's finish up with this one game we got here first. H4 versus Sayo. So I like how Sayo's moving around the center platform here. He has the luxury of being able to do it.
Yeah, right? And there you go. Eh?
Yeah, maybe Sayo just answering. What do you do about Thunderbolt? You nair through it.
You just traded with the Thunderbolt on that one. Just like the stock before, he had a stock taken by H4DS.
Yeah.
Doing that exact same kind of string where he will put down the T-jolt, hoping that he'll either shield or get hit, and then he just kind of like option selects off of that, and that's one of Pikachu's biggest strengths with T-Jolt, is the fact that he can just kind of get a pseudo 50-50 off of what you do.
But that's if he gets you in shield, and Sayo obviously showing some degree of knowledge in the matchup, knowing not to go into shield on the Thunderbolts and knowing how to play around it, swinging back, getting around with movement, and then, you know, throwing shield up when he kind of makes H4DS realize, hey, I'm not playing your game, you're playing my game.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
And then
and we'll see how Sayo and Cygnus play each other's game in this next stock. Cygnus, you were saying, one of the raid bosses on Vicious and Delicious, so we'll see how Sayo deals with him. I don't think Meta Knight Little Mac is the greatest matchup for Little Mac, so you know, hope's still here. And I like that catch. We saw that from Cygnus versus Flux way back in the season as well.
Yeah, I remember that set.
Yeah. And Sayo finding something, and I don't know if that was a misinput, maybe I think poor decision making. So I wouldn't have traded there. It might have just been for the people. What
you usually do in that situation as you can instant grab ledge.
Oh, really?
You can go down, instant grab ledge, and they get like shot down.
Oh, and that's funny.
Little Mac can't do anything about it because like he just can't recover after that. But yeah.
Also, if you get the final hit, I think you bounce up with Meta Knight.
You do bounce up.
So he would have been able to grab. So it just looks like the stars aligned against Sayo in that one instance.
Exactly. He just didn't get either of the two options that would have made him.
I'm gonna choose to believe he did it for the people. I'm gonna choose who's the people's champion. But yeah, Sayo, you know, I don't think it's favorable if you're slightly above average Joes to trade there. But, you know, Sayo's still in it. He's versus a Little Mac, and he's Meta Knight. You know, you still have, like, all the time in the world to see what happens. And we'll see what happens at the end of at the end of this game.
Yeah. And not to discredit Cygnus, but, it's still a Little Mac, right? Like,
I like how Cygnus is using these neutral bees to almost out of disadvantage to contest.
Yeah,
because Meta Knight's not looking for grabs versus you.
Cygnus is so good, man. Like
I don't know how he makes it work on Little Mac of all characters.
And he his neutral game just
and he just, you know what's crazy? He had conditioned Sayo so hard. I'm not gonna do anything off this neutral bee. I'm gonna up you. I'm gonna catch your jump. So Sayo's like, okay, I'm calling your bluff. I'm just gonna stand here and wait for you to up and look like an idiot. And then he just lets it rip. Like how often do you see a fully charged Little Mac neutral bee at the highest level of play?
Never. You never see it. You never. Yeah. You never see like a high level Mac ever. It's crazy. Cygnus is insane.
Yeah, Cygnus is on another level.
That decided the score of this crew battle, them being 5-0, Vicious and Delicious, over slightly above average Joes.
Big ups to slightly above average Joes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more Vicious and Delicious in that next crew battle, especially more of Cygnus's Little Mac.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wonder if he will. I wonder if he'll for the grand finals one. I think he's more of a Wii Fit main, isn't he?
I think you're right, actually.
But I think I've been hearing a lot of the Wii Fits don't really like her on Wi-Fi actually lately. So I wonder if that's maybe why he is opting to go for the Little Mac. But I don't know. We'll see it.
Yeah, but congratulations, Vicious and Delicious. We're gonna see one of the Washington timelines moving forward. We're gonna see the BC Washington or the Washington Ditto. We're either going to see BC face the Washington Gauntlet or the Ditto. And let's see. 4 Horsemen versus Hey Guys Look.
This is another heart-wrencher for the BC boys.
This is a hard one. Cheering for BC, being from Vancouver Island myself, close friends with some of the members of Hey Guys Look. And I don't want to look at the score too long. Let's just get into the games here. Because I do think, despite being a whole player up, it doesn't dictate how this crew battle really went. It was like very close and down to the wire, and both teams were down at points and then up at points, and it shows like how back and forth these teams really are.
Yeah, I know, I agree. And there's some points in this that I think you'll really see, like, oh, if this didn't happen, who even knows, right? So,
yeah, exactly. Let's jump into that first game. We got Machu versus Jojo the Hobo, 3 stocks apiece. Almost 2 minutes on the clock at this point, and both players are just playing like a pretty reserved, patient game. 100%, trying to find something on the other player.
I heard from Machu, he was saying that I think he thinks as long as he can get Jojo out, that's kind of their like internal main issue, I think, is Jojo.
Oh yeah, you think Jojo is like the hardest player for Hey Guys Look?
Yeah, I think that's what Matt was saying. He was like, as long as we can get Jojo's out, and then
here we are,
trading stocks right there.
Both players.
Yeah.
And this is a testament to the rest of the crew battle. Machu took a stock. Jojo came off the respawn platform, didn't get hit, and then took it back from Machu. So 0-0 once again. And let's see how the second stock goes. So here we are, same situation as that first stock. A few minutes have gone by, and both players 100 plus. So it was looking like Jojo's looking to find this first stock off of Machu here, just throwing these projectiles. Really like playing to win, I think, and that's admirable when this much stakes is on the line. So Jojo getting that first stock, and it just keep note of Machu's percent. Parry, up smash, and it's an even game again.
Back again.
It's crazy. Both these players so even in this level of play. It's like Machu on the Diddy Kong, Jojo on the Toon Link, and it's just neck and neck. They both have played like to 100% against each other, and then immediately evened it up once this stock is taken. So it's really coming down to this last stock here on who's going to like dictate the pace and how the rest of this crew battles go.
Yeah, so let's just jump right into the last stock. I want to see who gets it.
Yeah.
We got both of them still even, pretty even here. Any
the
of their
double
options?
parry, the 1-2, but Jojo not quite dying. We get a false finish.
Diddy with banana in hand is kind of scary. But they both
Toon Link with bomb in hand.
They both got their like kill options.
Yeah, locked and loaded. And the up smash, and I'm surprised isn't that crazy how
that is. I'm surprised that picked up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that picked up. He didn't even dash up or anything. That was just straight out of shield.
Yeah, so just a testament to how even this crew battle is really going to be. I think, let's just jump into the next game here to really emphasize that. Machu and Killa both at like 70%, 70-80% at this point, starting it off. Both players can get a stock here. And if you're Killa here, you wanna keep it even. If you're Machu here, you wanna push that lead.
Yeah. And just even being able to take this stock is kind of you'd be happy for it, right? You're so close.
Totally. Especially once we like see the outcome of how that next game goes. It'll make like a lot of sense. If you're Machu, you take the stock and then you dictate like even more of the pace of that.
Matt plays so calm. Oh, I wonder if that was bad DI. A little bit. You could see he was kind of lingering a little bit.
It's hard to say. It's definitely hard to say. Machu was at like 130 at that point, but it is. But Cloud has rage. There's so many factors.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it guaranteed? Is it not? Who knows?
But yeah,
I'd assume that he would be holding straight out though, just because you'd want to commit to that drift anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Killa getting that and
Killa
then evening up.
Dead even, besides the fact that, Hey Guys Look has a tempo here and gets to decide who they're going to counterpick with. And we'll see that they counterpick with Locust on the Ken. I think we've seen a Locust on the Ken once prior in the crew battle, if we want to just roll the clip we got here. I think we saw it versus Spencer in Pool Waves versus Zizo Gaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I mean, he's already lost a stock in pretty even games so far again.
Both players have lost a stock at this point.
What do you
and
think
this
of
is
this
what I was talking
matchup?
about. Like, imagine if and there's the frame trap to get a kill.
Yeah.
Maybe an air dodge up might have been able to save him with the drift in. Who knows? But Killa taking that one stock. And Locust trying to swing back here.
Surprised he was able to up out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's an even game up to that point. Imagine if Machu could have got that one more stock off of Killa, and then Locust, yeah, as we're seeing, is keeping it even and able to maintain that stock lead. So let's see kind of how this next game goes. Yeah, so Locust at 115.
Yeah, this is
1, 2, 3. He get up attack the shield at 60 and died for it.
I mean, that's what you want if you're Hey Guys like that quick kill.
Totally.
And Ken takes stocks.
Yeah,
so
it's what he does.
This isn't really like, it's not done yet, but
and maybe letting the focus rip a little too early and just facing the consequences of it.
Yeah, if you just held that, he could have had like a big one punish that, put him to 40% around there.
Yeah.
And then like,
maybe 50, maybe even the kill.
A small trade and then put him, directly into the kill, so.
Yeah. So, 4 horsemen pulling forward, taking the lead.
With the one stock lead, yeah.
Let's see how Hey Guys Look answers back. I was surprised with their answer. And they decide to answer back with Ouch on the Roy.
Yeah. Ouch on Roy.
Not on the Ike. Not on the
Wolf.
Not on any character I think I've ever seen Ouch play, in the league at least. Ouch on the Roy.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to how many characters he plays, really.
Ooh.
And going so deep with that forward air. What a kill
screen. Too.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Ouch is so good.
I really like what Ouch did there as well. He used that platform there to close the gap, because Roy's ground speed faster than his air speed. So he jumps on the platform, runs, gets that additional kind of like gap closer in, for lack of a better term, and then gets the drop zone on the forward air way out in the blast zone.
Yeah, exactly, right. And then
basically what does Killa do? Yeah. You uppy, and then you uppy. Hope that you can hope Ouch dies first. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's basically all you could do. But even then, like, who knows? That was quick.
Yeah. So even game at this point, and a player that I haven't seen much of yet, Mystery Soul on the Incineroar coming in versus Ouch, and we'll see how that goes here. So here we are, looking like Ouch's stock at this point has Soul on the ledge on Roy.
This matchup shouldn't be too hard.
For Instant,
Roy. I think for Roy.
Yeah. But there, Soul finds the first stock there. And just kind of like just showing how volatile of a character Incineroar is. And Ouch just swinging back.
Yeah. Another even game.
Yeah. Just going neck and neck here.
This is the closest crew battle I think we've seen so far.
I think it's up there. I think one of the first ones that we saw, OKSL versus Hey Guys Look, was another super close one as well.
Yeah.
Or Hey Guys Look,
no.
I think 4 horsemen. Yeah. OKSL 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty even up to this point if we just run the next clip. And Ouch up a stock at this point at 76%, sitting comfortably. But still able to find the up B, but not quite getting the kill. Gets the platform tech base though.
Weird.
Bad. And catching Ouch's jump, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
As a VC player, that's a heartbreaker. But you're out here, you still have the lead, and there we saw a quick 62. I made sure to keep that in.
That was cracked.
Yeah, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're at kill percent, or at least I can edge guard you to kill percent. And yeah, let's see how Soul kind of answers back from that position. So at this point, Ouch is still untouched. Has Soul at 110.
Yeah, and you're looking to just get this like quick jab back air, or even
and
that would have killed.
With the Nair up smash, whiffs the Jer, and Ouch is just like trying to find the confirm that he needs. If that had sweet spotted, it would have been it. And there we are.
And now it's back to an even game.
Yeah. So just one stock apiece, and let's see where Ouch takes it, where Soul takes it. So
That's
just getting the first
hard.
hit. Quick 91. And I like how he's using these revenges on the ledge. Finds an up B, gets Ouch off stage again, maybe looking for another one of these revenges. Not quite
Yeah.
getting it, though.
No, messing up there.
1, 2, 3. And let's see how Ouch confirms this.
No.
And just a little slow in the drop zone, accidentally SDing, and Soul takes the lead in the crew battle. It's still extremely even at this point, though.
That
And there
could
we
have
see-
went. Oh, there we see my man PC and
Prince Computer and Kanakern. Go support Kanakern's tournament this weekend. Kanaka.
yeah.
And support Prince Computer's music on Spotify as well. You can find him at Prince Computer.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's on Spotify. I think he's only on SoundCloud. But yeah, Prince Computer either way.
I think he's on Spotify. I
Might be on
think I
Spotify,
listened to a
okay.
bit of his music on Spotify.
Anyways, yeah, go support the homies.
Yeah, go
anyways-
support him for sure.
That stock was integral, right? Like, and it's not
Yeah.
even like he.
It's
He
like
didn't even
getting
mess it
game
up that
3
bad.
in a best of 5 is kind of where that
Yeah.
stock's at.
That could have went. Ouch could. Like, it's so hard, right? Because
Like, imagine
Ouch.
if the drop zone, imagine if he hit the forward air and just Killa was done there. Or not Killa, Mystery Soul was done there. And then, you know, you're 4 horsemen and you have to choose between sending Ludo or Pandarian in versus Ouch.
yeah, and Ouch goes on tears, right? Like, who
Yeah.
knows? That could have been the point where, like, maybe he just didn't really like playing against this, like, Wi-Fi Incineroar. Like, maybe he was just
Mhm.
getting a little bit frustrated or something, and they send in a Mario, which I don't think they would have sent in Ludo. I think they
You
probably.
think it would have been Pandarian?
I think they would have sent in Pandarian. I don't see them sending in Mario against Ouch.
But then that means
Honestly-
Ludo's the anchor. So it's
Yeah.
hard to say.
But
It's hard to say.
you're
but
gonna
that's not-
lose your like whole character if that's the case. I think.
That's not
Right,
what
so-
happens here. We got Soul going up
Yeah.
versus Ouch, and they send in Lemon. So if you're Lemon here, what you really need to do is just take the stock without losing your round and keep the crew battle even. And let's see what happens here. So here we got Lemon, 3
This
stocks.
matchup
Soul,
must be
and
hard
Lemon.
for.
That's what I'm saying.
Incineroar.
And not getting the back air. There's so many opportunities where a back air could have come out, and Lemon just
He's
throwing
just
out
kind
these
of-
aerials.
yeah.
On that third timing, he went for the full hop shield, and Soul finds it. Soul finds it. He finds the crack in Hey Guys Look's armor, and he breaks it. Lemon quickly answering back though, and he takes his stock with ease.
There's
Just
back
with
air,
these
and then
airs.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just
And
come
I
to
think he goes
jump.
deep for another one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's
but
what
that,
you gotta do as Incineroar.
that one stock, and the game looked even. The game looked insanely even. If that was if that was part of a tournament set, then you wouldn't have cared about losing that stock. But since it's a crew battle, and since it's a different format, that makes a huge difference, especially
was
when
big.
you're this late into the game.
Yeah. Now instead they're down.
But you know, we were talking Pandarian and Ludo in the back, and I don't think Mario's the best matchup in versus Joker, and I think they're opting to keep Pandarian as the anchor.
Like, yeah, okay. I would
So-
like to go on a tangent about anchoring, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So they send Ludo in. They do send Ludo in, and this is Joker Mario. Maybe not Mario's best matchup, but you know, it's not the worst in the world. And let's see what happens here. So here we are, Lemon 2 stocks apiece,
Pretty
Ludo on
close.
3. And Lemon's just looking to find this first stock here. More than anything, looking to find the stock.
Tries to forward tilt the ledge get up.
hmm And there it is.
Ooh,
Finds out that
was
slide read.
pretty. That was pretty clean, honestly.
I like that a lot. That was slick.
That was pretty slick. I'm actually kind of surprised that even hit. Like that was very calculated. That
Mhm.
was like he knew exactly where he was gonna be. He got the B
Yeah.
reverse and everything.
Yeah. I think jumping into this next stock here, though, I think we're going to see Ludo kind of turn on the burners. Saving his double jump just until after the guns are done for. And I really
Yeah.
like that from Ludo. The up air, just these upper strings,
Yeah,
finding these
caught
first
the
little
air out
combos,
trade.
getting the pressure on Lemon on this platform, and finding that forward air.
Yeesh! That
And
you
there
know,
we have it. Ludo
And now
goes
it's
up
scary.
2 stocks.
And now it's scary, right?
Ludo
you're
is up
down.
2 stocks versus their entire team. This is 5 stocks to 3 at this point, and you know who's coming in. It's Tickle coming in. Tickle has a variety of characters, so there's the ambiguity, and Tickle plays characters that do well into Mario. He plays the Palutena, he plays the Corrin, he plays the Byleth, he plays kind of these swordies that are able to kind of
then you gotta think,
outrange Mario.
Who is also good against the PT?
Yeah. So
right?
I think it's a balancing game, because I don't think you want... I think on Wi-Fi you don't want the Palutena that much. I don't think you want the Byleth, and he opts for the Corrin.
Yeah.
So Tickle anchoring for Hey Guys Look as the Corrin versus Ludo, and let's see what happens. If you're Tickle here, you can put yourself in a situation where you just take 2 off of Ludo and then play an even game versus Pandarian.
Yeah, right. And this isn't a bad matchup for Corrin.
No, not at all. I'd almost argue the opposite.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like a good matchup for Corrin.
And Corrin being one of those characters you don't really see anymore, but
and
Tickle's...
there's the pin.
Ooh.
Finding it versus Ludo. Tickle's at 46 at this point.
Yeah, right? And like he could easily just take this last stock and just even up the game.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, Tickle's Corrin's been cleaning up lately, and you just keep seeing it get better and better. And
yeah. Corrin's almost like the sword analog of Mario. You're floaty, you got those aerial combos, you got those like pseudo ladders, maybe not true combos like Mario has them, but you got those ladders. And you're kind of trying to create space the same way.
I also find it interesting, I'm just going to go on for like a minute for a tangent here.
Yeah.
You see it interesting that all of these Smash 4 characters that used to be very good, that everybody dropped and that don't play anymore, Rosa, Corrin, Sheik, even, I guess.
Mario to an extent, even.
Mario to an extent. People have been... They dropped these characters for the first 2 years of the game, and now you see them coming back. You see DeBuzz playing Rosa again. You see even Cosmo he's picking up on the Corrin again. And they're kind of like... Maybe we shouldn't have just left this character, you know? Maybe they're not as bad as we thought they were. And you kind of see that in Tickle's gameplay.
I think with Rosa, it's a different case. Rosa's meta's definitely developed to the point where it's like there's lots of stuff that wasn't known at the beginning of the game, and then with Corrin in this case, Corrin's gotten buffed. Corrin's got buffed.
Yeah,
and you know maybe
getting buffed.
Maybe these players just like see the rant alert. Maybe these players see the spark in the character, and they're like, oh hey, you know they're actually good. We're actually able to play them.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's nice to actually see because some of these characters have just been forgotten in the dust, aka like characters like Duck Hunt are just gone from the face of the earth in this game. So it's nice to see them kind of picking up their old mains and doing good with them again. Anyways,
I do want to jump back into this Ludo versus Tickle game, really see what happens here, how it plays out, and let's just jump into it. So here we are. Tickle's still on 3 stocks, and he's like, he's at a bit of a higher percent. But even if you're Tickle and you're at 2 stocks versus Pandarian, I think it's doable. But Ludo finding that first stock with the back air.
I like that. That side B to catch the ledge. Yeah.
And I think let's just run into this next clip here. So here we are, kind of similar to that last stock. Tickle at 149, but Ludo's also at kill percent. Both players at kill percent. You're really looking for this kill as Ludo. And let's see how he finds it. He does the exact same thing. Catches Tickle again with it.
That's hard.
Yeah, that is a hard one for sure. And let's see how this last stock plays out. Tickle's had Ludo at like 140, like 120 to 140 for the past like 3 stocks at this point. And it's just past, I'm not trying to grill Tickle here. I think it's a testament to just how persistent Ludo is and how good he is at like on the back foot.
Yeah,
Tickle
exactly.
finding that final up air, not after losing 2 stocks to Ludo. The dream isn't dead, but it's going to be a hard one versus a PGR player in Pandarian and your Tickle on Corrin. Arguably not your main, arguably not your best character. I don't know who he picks into the Pokemon Trainer matchup, But let's see what Pandarian has to bring to the table.
This, yeah, and like it's just hard, you know.
Yeah.
Like the thing about PT is that
I love that down air from Pandarian. It felt
crazy.
disrespectful.
Yeah, up
it
throw.
felt mean.
Oh, no, he didn't even tomahawk. Oh yeah, just get the.
There it is,
smash.
and Pandarian just finding it with the up smash and taking it home.
And
Congratulations
yeah.
to 4 Horsemen for taking home the Crew Battle League.
So this potential storyline really lined up, actually.
Yeah, we got
the double Washington Grand Finals.
Yeah, and we'll see really who the best of Washington is. At least on Wi-Fi. I think it's hard to say. I think it's ambiguous. I don't have a prediction.
I think if Vicious and Delicious pulls up on their A game, I think they got it.
You think so?
I do.
I feel like both these teams, just like, even their secondary rosters are so deep, and just their pockets go so far deep in terms of like what they can bring to the table, that neither team really knows what to expect and how to prepare. And I think even like from the 5v5, it'll kind of give a better idea of who's really taking it home.
And I don't mean to I don't know, this isn't discrediting. I don't mean to discredit either team, but this is like another potential storyline here is that this is Team Online, who does very good online tournaments, being Vicious and Delicious, versus Team Offline, who I'm not saying doesn't get good online results, but they are most notably the offline PR Washington team, versus Team Online, who's kind of came into the Washington scene, kind of new, that everyone's, Yeah,
it's really like I think even like a more appropriate way of phrasing it, because it's not to say that these players are any worse or better offline or online. It kind of just shows what era they came up in. It's really the new blood of the Washington versus the old guard. Yeah,
exactly, right? And it's that's even a pretty exciting storyline to see going into the.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to look forward to it. I know that you'll be watching it too, Tim, and I hope whoever's watching this down the line is able to tune in as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. I think that's it for me.
Thank you.
I think that's it for me.
Thank you, guys. It's all for me.